All right, let's just make this quick. And wow, is that the biggest jump in rates you've ever seen in your career in 1 week?
I was going to say last week it was all positive. Friday last week was amazing. Rates were at their lowest in a long time. And this week has been brutal. And Murph's showing the rates right
Let's just
now.
we're just gonna dive right into it. Just pull
It
the
it
band-aid
it
off.
literally is the biggest movement in a 4 or 5 day period that I've seen in my 22 years.
Well, I mean, so we got it up right here. 30-year at 6.875. That was six and a quarter, six and an eighth, something like that.
Yep.
Um, 15-year, six and an eighth. The government stuff is crazy. We had
Yeah.
You go ahead, Joe. Sorry. That's
I had so on the 3% down, home ready, home possible, under the 80% AMI.
yeah.
Last week I had at 599. This morning it's 6.75. So it went up 3/4 of a point in 1 week. Uh, 5% down, conventional under the AMI, 6.875, as Chris shows there. We were at 6.125 last week.
Yeah.
Over the 100% AMI, we're at 6.875. We were closer to 6.25 last week. VA loan, as Murph was talking about, is at 6.5 today, and it was 5.75 last week.
Yeah.
Um, FHA was at 5.5 last week. Now it's 6.25. Um, Investment purchase with 20% down is at 7.5, and investment purchase with 25% down is at 7.125.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, 25% down last week was at 6.5 for an investment.
Right.
That's
Right.
gone, right? So, um, cash out refi on your primary to 70%, you're at 699. You go to 80%, you're at 7.25.
On your cash out
Uh,
refis. What about rate and term refis?
Rate and term refis are right in that 675, 6.875 bucket, depending on credit.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and then if you do a refi on an investment, you're in the low sevens, depending on loan to value. And as you saw in Chris's, the jumbo is at 7%. That was 6.5 5 days ago.
Cool. I just pulled up the bond
Um,
market so people can
and to
see.
stay right in line with, it's a weird week. There are very weird holidays and almost no birthdays this week. Happy National Poutine Day. We love going to DC Oaks and getting their poutine, their kind
Yeah.
of gravy fries. And the birthdays were so weak, and I'm not going to do like a TikTok person. Happy birthday, Ethel Kennedy, wife of Bobby Kennedy, who passed away last year. That's where we're at with birthdays today.
Jeez, Joe. How old do we sound with that?
I know it's bad. It's
So
really
hey, real
bad.
quick, as you hey, go watch golf, go touch grass. Don't look at the news. But the 10-year went from almost 3.9 last Friday when we recorded to a high of almost 460. The 70 basis point move in the 10-year in 1 week. All right, let's get this garbage off the screen. That's what that is. That is garbage. Um, all right. Well, everybody, have a great weekend. Go touch some grass. Go
It's
play some
Masters week. There's
Masters.
great weather outside. Enjoy it. Let's see
Yeah,
what happens next week. Don't sweat the market.
that's right. We'll see everybody next Friday. Have a good one. Bye
Thanks for
bye.
watching. Take care.